Whenever Muslims go on a killing spree in the name of their barbaric religion, liberals waste no time advocating for these people, lecturing everyone who's upset at Muslims to stop being racists and xenophobes. While Muslims might have liberals in their back pockets as their biggest allies, these morons are quickly learning that Texans aren't going to tolerate their crap any longer, as one badass sheriff has just put the entire Muslim community on warning with a brutal promise, bringing life to the famous phrase "Don't mess with Texas." If there's one state left in America that gives little craps about political correctness and the hurt feelings of Muslims, it's Texas. They recently passed a law to eliminate Sharia law from being recognized inside Texas borders, sending these local idiots into a collective rage. But following the terror attack in Manchester earlier this week that took the lives of 22 innocent concertgoers, Texas has decided to ramp up their fight against Muslims even further, after what one Texas sheriff blasted out right after the terror attack. "This is what happens when you disarm your citizens," Sheriff Tracy Maffrey stated. "When you open your borders without the proper vetting. When you allow political correctness to dictate how you respond to an enemy that wants to kill you. When you allow these radicals to travel to Afghanistan and Iran and simply let them back in." While most people with half a functioning brain cell get behind the sheriff's truth-filled rant, Muslims in Texas immediately began blasting the sheriff as being an Islamophobe, even enlisting the assistance of the radical terrorist-ridden group CAIR to bully the sheriff back into submission. CAIR immediately tried to intimidate the sheriff, demanding he retract his statements, all because they realize that their little game of infiltrating America with their vermin terrorists is finally up. But Sheriff Murphy is not only an outspoken American badass, but a fearless leader as well. Refusing to give in to the hurt feelings of these Muslim snowflakes, he doubled down on his statements, telling NBC5 that he isn't about to back down. "I stand behind it," said Denton County Sheriff Tracy Maffrey to NBC5. "We need to be realistic about the world we live in." Author George Orwell, the famous author who wrote the novel 1984, eerily predicted in his book how one day we would live in a day and age where the truth would be considered hate speech. Truth is the new hate speech. During times of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. He said in his famous quote, "Perhaps more than any other time in our history, these words ring true." It's truly amazing how this sheriff's statement about Muslims and terrorism plaguing our country could be anyway considered hate speech or Islamophobic, yet we see how he's being savagely demonized by American Muslims all for speaking the truth. A lot of folks want to make it a race issue, and to me, it's not a race issue, the sheriff went on. It's a public safety issue. Pay attention to what you see in Manchester, England tonight. Pay attention to what is happening in Europe. This is what happens when you disarm your citizens. When you open your borders without the proper vetting. When you allow political correctness to dictate how you respond to an enemy that wants to kill you. When you allow these radicals to travel to Afghanistan and Iran and simply let them back in. When you give up your cities and your neighborhoods to a religious ideology that says you must convert or die. An ideology that treats women as property, kills gays and women and Christians with complete impunity. The left tells us we must submit and accept these radical beliefs and bend over backwards to make sure we don't hurt anybody's feelings. The left wants to cater to the very group that would kill every group they claim to support. Folks, this is an enemy hell-bent on killing you. Committed to forcing you to convert or die. This enemy will strap bombs to their own body and blow themselves up killing children. I'm sick of it. You better wake up, America. While you are distracted by the media and the crying of the left, Islamic jihadists are among us and want to kill you. What will it take? This happening at a concert in Dallas or a school in Denton County? If we don't do something quick, this country will die of political correctness and the fear that someone's feelings may be hurt. It may very well be too late for Europe.